Hi guys, Lady Yoga here, and this is Yoga Quickies, the show where you tell us what you want out of your yoga or fitness routine, and we give it to you in 5 minutes or less. This one comes out from our Twitterverse, someone who has pulled her Achilles tendon. No fun. It's never any fun to deal with an injury and still want to do yoga. So, as we covered in our broken toe episode, or broken bits episode, it is tough dealing with an injury. So the first thing that you need to do is let go of the idea that you can do everything that you did before. Everything is impermanent, and let's begin from where we are. Take a few deep breaths. Allow yourself to be in the moment with the injury. Feel what it feels like to have that pain. Cry a little bit, maybe eat some fried food, maybe a glass of wine. Maybe not the toxic things. Okay, just allow yourself to be in the present with the feelings and sensations, and be sympathetic with yourself and compassionate with yourself. You'll get through it. And having an injury is a really good way to be a better teacher and be a better yogi, because you're more careful and conscientious of your body, what feels right and what doesn't feel right. So we're going to start with putting 5 minutes on the clock. For a gal who's pulled her Achilles, I'm hoping that she's gotten clearance from her doctor to do some exercises, but she's probably in some physio, some PT, and probably if she's in the recovery mode, she might be doing work on the floor or in the bed. And this tendon that's right here is a tough one to cure. It's a tough one to get over. So she may be using crutches or a boot, like I'm using a boot. Right now it's off. I'm getting better, but it's been about 3 weeks. So you can start on the floor or in your bed, just starting to lift 1 foot at a time, like you are marching in place. If you're at the very beginning of your recovery, perhaps taking the legs up towards the sky, any kind of elevation is always going to be good for an injury. But if you have a pulled muscle or a torn muscle, that might not be yourself. But hey, taking the legs up anyway should feel pretty nice, whether that's prescribed to you or not. And you can do the flex and point heel lifts or toe raises here in a supine position. So that could just be your go-to to start. Then you can go to the floor with the toe lifts and heel raises here. As it starts to feel better, you may even be able to use a strap. Do it supine first, just to see what kind of resistance you can give the point and the flex. This is actually pretty good for the big toe that I broke as well. Still in recovery, still getting better, but it feels good for the foot. So you can do that a few sets if it's okay with your doctor and if it feels okay for you. And then maybe coming into all fours and just extending back with the leg to stretch. Back with the other leg. Maybe doing a warrior leg, right, with the knee to the floor and switching sides. And then at some point, so I'm still getting there with the big toe. You see how the blanket is back behind my toes? You'll keep the heels lifting as they're supported on the blanket. And this is actually a nice down dog for the big toe too, because we're trying to keep the big toe stable. The Achilles, we don't want to overdo it. So that blanket should feel good. And you can even do some shifts forward into plank or with the knees to the floor. I'm not going to do that because of my big toe, but even back and forward through here is good. And then as you start to feel better to strengthen through the Achilles, you can come to a standing position and start doing those same things that we did on the floor, right? I know you can't see my head, but you can do your heel lifts here and your toe lifts here. And also just a little strengthening for the outside of the ankle and the inside of the ankle, right? Going across the midline of the body. You'll feel it in that inner thigh muscle, outer thigh muscle here, and just switching sides. So these are great exercises that you can do if you have a pulled or strained Achilles. Not sure what the details are there, but you can also just come into a nice comfortable seat, allow your hips to open naturally, sit up nice and tall, take a few deep breaths, and know that time also heals all wounds, and you will be through it as soon as you can say down dog. So we did that, with 1 minute to spare. You can add some core work to your exercise if you'd like to. That's something that's never going to put any pressure on your Achilles, right? So you can just do your boat pose here. You can do your rocking the boat here. You can even do anything supine where you have little crunches. And you can do crunches with the knees in, reverse crunches. And even some supine or prone work on your belly where you're still strengthening through the core, leg lifts here, or just keep the legs relaxed and lift through the upper body. It's great for the low spine, mid spine, upper spine, little cobras here, little up dogs, and those legs can just relax on the floor behind you or on a blanket. And meditation. So there we go with 27 seconds left. Those are all things that you can do throughout your day or through your physio that'll help strengthen through the body, restore the body, stretch through those muscles, the tendons, the ligaments, and allow yourself the time that you need to heal your injury. So for Yoga Quickies, I hope that helps with your Achilles. I hope it heals very quickly, just like I hope my big toe heals quickly too. For all of you guys out there who are healing something or dealing with some sort of injury, I hope you heal quickly. And let us know if there's anything that you want to work on. We can do that and cover that here on Yoga Quickies. You can subscribe below and let us know what you need to know. Thank you so much. I'm Lady Yoga. Namaste.